What's up, YouTube? It's T-Money. Today we are doing college football week 7, and today we actually have a new guest, Mr. the one, the only, vulteck117.
Hi.
And this is actually the first video he's actually been in on my channel, I believe.
Yeah, we recorded a few that just never made it.
Yeah, none of them made it past the final edit, so So
that was from more of us just kind of messing around.
Yeah, we were originally gonna get together and actually do a YouTube family, and then it just kind of fell apart.
Yeah.
All right, so I've heard you don't know much about college football. Is that right?
Yeah, I'm more NFL than I am actually college, but I kind of keep track with some teams.
Okay, so today what we're going to be doing is we're only doing top 25. If any of you don't know, and you're new to my channel, how we always do it is the top 25, and then my local, and then my state, the Iowa teams. Yes, Iowa is ranked at this point. I just want to point that out. We're still doing Iowa teams last, so just want to point that out. All right.
But we're not going to be doing Drake just because of simply how bad they're doing this year.
Yeah, I don't pay that much attention to Drake because they're actually Division 2 now. We're Division 1 AA, but they're now Division 2.
Well, I like kind of paying attention to the teams that are doing well. Not always, because I'm not going to bandwagon on all the good teams, but...
All right, do you have ESPN up on your phone right now?
ESPN. Yeah.
Okay, go to the college, here, I'm going to help him get to where we need to be. I'll be right back. Okay, he's got to the point, so now let's get into predictions. We start on Friday, October 11th. We've got 2 games that night, starting off with the 20th ranked Virginia at Miami, who isn't ranked for the first time in a couple years. Miami's favored 2.5 points. So ESPN thinks this is going to be a close game.
No, I don't think this one's going to be a close game. I think Virginia's going to sweep Miami. I'm
going to look at the predictor. The matchup predictor on ESPN actually has Miami favored 59.4 to 40.6. So you said what, Chris? You said Virginia?
Yeah, I'm going to go with Virginia.
I'm going to agree with you and go with Virginia as well. Virginia's just had the firepower. Their only loss was actually just recently to Notre Dame, but other than that, they've won all of their games this year.
We got it looks like 4 wins right now.
4 wins to 1.
And then 2 wins to 3 with Miami.
Yeah.
I think Virginia's got this one.
Yep. Next up down the slate, we have the number 13th ranked Oregon Ducks at home taking on the Colorado Buffaloes.
Colorado Buffaloes. I'm actually going to be going for Colorado on this one.
You're going the upset.
I'm going to go the upset.
Okay.
I mean, they're 3-2 to, against 4-1 against Oregon, but, I think Colorado's going up.
I'm looking at predictions from Michael, because Michael did his own quick video before me and him were able to do ours. He's got Oregon in this matchup, and my tablet's taking its sweet time to load. Didn't Colorado beat Arizona State this year?
To be honest, I understand why Michael would go with Oregon, with the 4-1, but one thing I noticed is you can never count out Colorado.
Yeah. I'm trying to turn you up. There we go. I almost turned off my tablet. Oregon's actually favored massively here. Oregon's favored by 21 points. Colorado losing to Arizona. They did beat Arizona State, and they had 2 straight overtime games, one beating Nebraska, and then the other one was losing to Air Force.
Losing to Air Force.
They lost to Air Force 30-23, and then they lost to Arizona 35-30. So they have been close in their matchups. So, Chris, I'm actually going to agree with you, and I think Colorado surprises the Ducks in Eugene, Oregon this weekend.
I think Colorado's going to be taking this one.
All right, backing up here, we're going down to the Georgia Bulldog game where they host the Gamecocks of South Carolina.
Right off the bat, I can already tell just by looking at their win-loss record, Georgia's taking this.
Yeah, I'm going to agree with you on Georgia. Michael also picked Georgia, so everyone's in agreement on this one.
Yeah, I mean, it's 5 wins, 0 losses to 2 wins and 3 losses. Georgia's taking this.
We got a big one this time. Fox Big Noons game. They always do it every year. They're doing it again. We got the Red River rivalry between the Oklahoma Sooners and the Texas Longhorns. And I know who you're picking.
Oh, yeah, I got to pick my boys, Texas.
Michael also picks Texas.
Oklahoma's got a good streak, but, I mean, you're facing Texas. Yeah, they ain't going to be going down easy. Texas, they need a real good elite year this year.
Texas has shown up this year in really, real good fashion. And I can't pick between these two. It's always such a good game every freaking year. It's really hard to pick. You can't go wrong with both of these teams in this rivalry.
Oh, you can go wrong. You can go wrong by choosing Oklahoma as the winner.
Basically, what you're telling me is our friendship hangs in the balance on this pick, doesn't it?
No, it's not a big deal. It'll be a good game. It's going to be a fight for Texas, but it's also going to be a fight for Oklahoma.
Where is the game at? There it is. I was like, where the hell is the game at? Oklahoma's the one that's favored.
Yeah, understandable on why.
I'm looking at I'm gonna do every single look at what, because I want to make sure I'm right about this prediction, because this is a key pick this weekend. I know there are gonna be some Oklahoma fans and gonna be some Texas fans that are gonna be mad at me for picking against their teams. This one being one of them.
I mean, to be honest, one of the few college teams I follow up on is Texas, and man, they are.
You know what? Oklahoma, your Big 12 chances are going to be ruined after this game. I'm giving Texas the huge upset. Because Iowa State's got to play Oklahoma in a couple of weeks. And I need Texas to cripple them.
Yeah, they need to. I don't think we'll quite cripple them. I think it's going to be a close call. But I think Texas is going to pull out the W on it.
Yeah. Going back, next up, we have the Michigan Wolverines in Illinois taking on the Fighting Illini. Michigan, coming off a real tough battle with the Hawkeyes. Illinois, I don't even know how they did last week. I think they were even on a bye week last week, as far as I know.
Well,
I'm just gonna hold on, well, before you make your prediction, I'm trying not to interrupt you, but before you make your prediction, I'm going to point out Michael does have Michigan winning this game.
And with this one, I'm going to have to agree with him.
I'm going to have to as well, because Michigan is favored by 22 points. Illinois is 0-2 in the Big Ten.
It's not even a matter of just a matter of I always look at win-loss records than I do, favor.
So you're going with Michigan?
Yeah.
I'm going with Michigan as well. Yeah, because Michigan's favored by 91.1% on the matchup predictor. Okay, next up, hold on. I believe this is the next one down the list. We have the Memphis Tigers taking on the Temple Owls. I don't even think... I'd have to look and see how the... I want to see how Temple actually shows up in this game. Thank you for the light, by the way. Memphis is favored by 5.5 points.
Yeah, this is going to be another one of the games where it's just... With this one, I actually don't think I can pick a favorite.
I'm looking to see...
I mean, I'm leaning a little more towards Memphis, but...
Michael has the upset. He has Temple winning.
Yeah. I could see them winning. I just don't think that one's going to quite happen.
So you're going to go with Memphis?
I'm going Memphis.
I'm going to agree with you on Memphis. Because Memphis, they don't have the same exact team that Iowa State played them in the Liberty Bowl a couple of years ago. But Memphis is a really, really, really good squad every year. I don't think there needs to be much of a pick here, but I'm going to shock some people with this one, and I'm going to be wrong about it. Alabama goes to College Station to take on the Aggies of A&M. I believe Michael has Alabama winning this game.
See, I'm going Alabama.
Yeah, he has Alabama.
Alabama is just overall a really good team, and beating them is just something I don't think Texas A&M is going to be able to do.
Here's the reason I cannot pick Alabama to win this game. I had family that go there to Texas A&M, so honestly, I cannot pick against them. As much as I don't want to pick against them, this game doesn't even have a over-under, nor even a favored.
No.
Because it's Alabama.
Yeah, everyone's going to probably go for Alabama.
Oh, interesting. I just looked at the matchup predictor. Alabama is only favored to win by 83.7%.
Oh.
And you know what? Number 1 is falling this weekend. I'm giving A&M the win. I think they show up.
I'm still going to have to stick with Alabama on this one.
Just because it's Bama?
Well, it's not just because it's Bama. It's just because overall they're just overall a really good team from what I've seen of them.
All right. I think I know who you're going to pick in this game. You got the FSU Seminoles at Clemson, who's number 2 ranked in the nation. Does there even have to be a prediction here? We already know who's going to win.
Well, I know everyone's going to be going Clemson. They seem to be the favorite team, but I'm going Florida State on this.
Whoa!
Yeah, I'm going to be going Florida State. I think they can take on Clemson and get that W.
Michael does have Clemson, and I'm going to go with Clemson as well. I don't see Florida State showing up in Clemson.
See, I feel like Florida State has that. They have the skill. I think they have the players to beat Clemson. It's just more of how they play.
Yeah. Give me just 1 second. I'm going to take off my sweatshirt here because I'm sweating. Okay, so new apparel. We have the Army Iowa State shirt with the camo within Iowa State. I love this shirt. That's why I bought this shirt. Next up, we have the Michigan I was about to say Wolverines. Michigan State Spartans at Wisconsin this weekend. Ooh.
This one's kind of a...
This one's a throw up.
Yeah.
Because Michigan State... Go ahead.
I'm just because I've always similarly like them, is I'm going to have to go with Michigan.
You're going with MSU?
I'm going with MSU.
Okay, give me just 1 second. I'm going to move you over here real fast so that... Because then you're right next to the microphone. Because then they'll be able to actually hear you.
Oh, cool. It is nice to know people will hear my voice.
Okay. Michael has Wisconsin winning. Who did you say?
Michael's a big Wisconsin fan.
Who did you say you had?
I'm going Michigan.
You're going Michigan? It's a toss-up. I'm looking... Hang on, let me look at one thing real fast. It depends on what the predictor has. Because the predictor basically does have who wins, but it's not always 100% correct. Look at Oklahoma and Iowa State a couple years ago, back in 2018. Or 2017, excuse me. Oklahoma was favored by almost 90%, and Iowa State beat them.
Okay.
It's 75.5 to 24.5. And it's a...
that's why I don't really use anything of the predictions or predictors, is I just go off of kind of what I think's going to happen in the game.
Again, Michigan State's one of only 2 losses, and I'm not really counting the Ohio State as a loss because, just be honest, they were never going to challenge Ohio State. Their big loss that they had was against Arizona State, that 3-point field goal that got called back due to too many men on the field, and they missed it, ultimately losing the football game. I remember because I actually watched that game because the Iowa State game was actually at a rain delay. I'm going to go with...
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
No, you go ahead.
I'm going to go with Michigan State on this one.
Yeah, I think they got it.
This is going to be an interesting week, especially when I'm just learning about what all the college football stuff.
Yeah,
you got Michael over here. You got my girlfriend, Mystic Blue Queen, over here to the left of me knitting. Go check her channel out, Mystic Blue Queen. She's an up-and-coming YouTuber. Her YouTube channel is basically about motivation and
my life.
And basically her life. And it's actually really good. And I appear in, like I said, 99.9% of her videos. Might as well call me Wayne Gretzky from now on. Next up.
It's uplifting for the LGBTQ community, along with trans people, knowing that there's somebody out there that's willing to understand who you are.
Mm-hmm. Next up, we have Washington State at number 18, Arizona State. Like I said, like the previous matchup, the only big matchup that Arizona State has actually faced was that Michigan State team that was ranked at the time they lost. They only have had one loss. I'm looking to see who that loss is. It's not Arizona. That game's always later in the year. Arizona State's one loss was to the Colorado Buffaloes. Chris?
Yeah, I'm just kind of looking over there. For once, I am looking at the predictions.
Okay. While he's doing that, between these two, Michael has the Sun Devils winning.
So, I can agree with that.
I don't know if what Washington State has the same exact team that they had when they played Iowa State in the Alma Bowl last season. If they do, they're going to be really good this year.
Yeah, they really are.
Because what's their record right now? 3-2, but they're 0-2 in conference play.
Well, I mean, they got 3 wins at least.
Yeah, I'm gonna say Washington actually earns their first. Actually no, Arizona State's too good. I'm giving it to Arizona.
Yeah, I'm gonna be going with Arizona on this one.
Next up, another Big 12 matchup. Finally ranked Baylor after a couple years of being out of the top 25. Finally get back in the top 25 at number 22. Take on the Texas Tech Red Raiders. And you know what?
This is kind of an easy choice for me. I'm going Baylor.
And you're going Baylor?
Yeah, or is it Ballard?
Oh no, I missed the game. Sorry. Move up one. We'll come back to that one.
Cincinnati and Houston.
We're at Cincinnati, Houston. My bad.
Yeah, skipping over teams, why don't you?
I have the games on my sheets, and I totally overlooked Houston and Cincinnati, Houston. My fault. Okay, so the Bearcats at the Cougars. I'm giving Cincinnati the win.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to go Cincinnati.
Let me see what Michael has here.
Probably Cincinnati.
Yep, he does. We are all in agreement on Cincinnati. Okay, now to the Big 12 matchup. Texas Tech and Baylor. You say you have Baylor winning?
Oh, yeah. They're 5-zip right now. They also seem to be the favorite team.
You know what? Baylor is going to be your first loss of the year. I'm giving Texas Tech the win. Texas Tech looks really good this year.
Yeah, they look good, but I mean, and I want to go for them. It's just, I have faith in Baylor, and I think they can take it.
Yeah, Baylor barely edging Iowa State later in the year. That was their most toughest opponent this year.
Yeah, it's.
Moving on.
You never know. I mean, to be honest, you never know. Texas Tech could come out. They play as well, and I think they could beat Baylor. I just don't think they're going to.
All right. How about we head to Notre Dame and we take a look at the USC Trojans, or as I like to call them, condoms. Don't look that up. And
especially if you're under the age of 18.
And the Notre Dame Fighting Irish. I'm giving Notre Dame the win because I'm actually a real big Notre Dame fan. I don't watch them as much, but I do like them really. I do like them. They're one of my good teams. So I got Notre Dame winning.
Yeah, I'm gonna go Notre Dame on this one.
He goes Notre Dame. Going back to what?
Even if you're not a Notre Dame fan, you like any other team, you've still kind of got to admit that they are a tough team.
Hold on. Okay, Chris has Notre Dame, and Michael's got Notre Dame. Next up, we're actually going to skip this game because it is one of the Iowa schools, so that's going to be our last game that we do because Iowa, it's Penn State, Iowa. I'm going to have a real big controversial call on this one. And I got to do the lead core, so give me that head. So next up, we have the Louisiana Cardinal at Wake Forest Demon Deacons. Wake Forest, another 5-0 team.
Oh, I'm sorry. Can we back up just a little bit here? What was the name of the first one?
The Cardinal?
Louisville.
It's Louisville.
Oh, Louisville. I thought you said Louisiana at first, and I'm like, wait, hold on, what?
If you look at the video, I did say Louisville. Ooh, and the next game, ooh, it's a big one. This is my game. The next game is my game of the week. So we may do that one. We may do that one dead last before we get to the Iowa schools.
Yeah, we'll go through the rest of the list. Then we'll go to Florida and LSU, and then we'll go to Iowa.
And then we'll go to the Iowa schools. So we got Louisville, Wake Forest.
We'll come back to Iowa last.
Yeah, we're gonna pick the Iowa games dead ass last.
Oh yeah. Alright, so for Louisville and Wake Forest, I'm kind of an easy pick on this one. That's going to be Wake Forest taking it.
I'm going to agree with you, and Michael also is going to agree with us. He's got Wake Forest winning this one. And, oh my gosh! I just looked at Michael's predictions. Y'all gonna be shocked. Next up, we're gonna skip this one because it's gonna be my game of the week. Next up, we have the Utah Utes at the Oregon State Ducks. Oh my gosh. I am sorry, Oregon State fans. You are Beavers, not Ducks.
Yeah, I was going to wait that one out.
I apologize to every Oregon Duck fan that is subscribed to my channel. If you unsubscribe, I understand why. So Oregon State Beavers host the Utah Utes. I think that's an easy pick.
See, I'm going to be going Oregon State on this.
You're going the upset.
Yeah, I'm going to go upset on this just because it's Oregon State, and I just can't root against them.
I'm gonna have to go with the Utes on this one. It's the ranked team. Utah, I believe, is the one that's favored in this game, which they are. They're favored by 2 touchdowns. I think Utah wins by a field goal.
I think if Utah was to win, it would not be. To me, I mean, Oregon State's 2 wins, 3 losses, but I think they're about to tie it 3 wins, 3 losses.
Yeah. Next up, we head to Smurf Turf. The Hawaii Rainbow Warriors go to Boise State to take on them Boise State Broncos. One of my favorite college football teams, only because of the blue turf. I have to pick Boise State on this one. They've got such a good home field advantage when it comes to this game because it's the blue turf.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to agree with you on this one.
I did not mean to hit refresh. Michael also has Boise
Hawaii
State.
is really not doing bad this year with a 4-1.
Hey, one of those 4-1 wins was against Arizona week 1.
Huh?
So, don't count them out of a bowl game this year.
No, they could definitely make it if they keep it,
If they just keep it the consistency.
Yeah.
Alright, moving back up the list, my personal game of the week, we have the 7th ranked Florida Gators going to the Bayou to take on the LSU Tigers at rank number 5. Our only top 10 matchup of the week. This is going to be a good game.
It really is.
You really can't go wrong between either one of these schools.
I mean, they're both currently undefeated. I mean,
something's going to give this weekend.
See, I always like watching 2 undefeated teams, like the first game of the year because no one's won, no one's lost. But I always like it when they get into the season. They're both undefeated, and then, it comes time for 2 undefeated teams to pick a loser.
And I do want to point out that Florida is currently bowl eligible, so if they end up losing out, they're in a bowl game, because because last weekend they did claim that 6th win.
Yeah. With this one, I'm going to be going Louisiana.
You're going LSU.
I want to go Gators, but I mean Louisiana, they really know football there. So
Here's the funny thing. Michael doesn't even know who to pick. So
to me, there's very few teams I can't, decide on. But this one's I got to go LSU.
I'm asking Michael for a prediction for Florida LSU right now. Now, I do want to pull off my best Lee Corso impression. He did coach at Florida. Played Florida State once and never lacked him again. And I even have the pen doing what he does when he talks. You watch the video. What the hell just fell?
It's a good ghost.
Oh, this place is haunted. I just want to point that out. This place has been classified as haunted.
Well,
but that LSU offense has exploded every single game.
Oh, yeah.
I'm sorry, sweetheart. This pick is strictly business. Give me that gate ahead. I'm going Florida.
You're going Florida?
I'm going Florida. I think LSU's college football playoff chances end this weekend. At home.
No, if they're going to be at home, they got a home field advantage, and they're just going to me, they're going to be the ones to take the W on it.
All right, and now we get to the local Iowa colleges or universities. We start where the country roads take me home to West Virginia. They host the team that knocked them off of the college football playoff radar last year in the Iowa State Cyclones. I think this game is going to be really good this year. It was a really good game last year. West Virginia did open up the scoring, and then Iowa State just poured it on later in the game. Who do you got to win this game?
See, this is kind of I'm just gonna do this just because his home team is Iowa State.
You're picking Iowa State?
Yep.
Oh! Michael goes with the Tigers of LSU. He goes with the Tigers of LSU. I'm going to agree with you on the Iowa State game because, well, one, I can't pick against the Cyclones. I was born and raised.
I literally have never met a bigger Cyclones fan than you.
You've never met my girlfriend. Next up, I think is gonna be the FCS game of the week. We have the University of Northern Iowa Panthers at the North Dakota State Bison at the Fargo Dome. This one's gonna be good. It hasn't been good the past couple of years, but you and I only had that one bad game early in the year. And then they had that one good game against Iowa State before that. So, and with that running back that they got, I don't even know what college he came from. He came from an SEC college to play for UNI now. He transferred to UNI. I don't even remember what his name is. But, I don't know. This one's going to be close. I don't want to pick against the Panthers, but I might have to. Who do you got? Chris? Chris? Chris?
Oh, sorry, I was on mute.
I was like, wait, what the hell? Did I just lose him?
Come to me.
Did I just lose him?
No, I'm here.
Okay, so who do you have to win this game? This one's gonna be a tough one.
I'm going against Iowa on this one.
You going North Dakota State?
I'm going North Dakota, just because North Dakota is currently undefeated.
Unfortunately, I'm going to have to agree with him. Sorry to all the Panthers fans that are subscribed to my channel, but I think North Dakota State is just overpowered. But don't count them out meeting later in the year, and you and I do pulling off the upset. And finally...
I think you and I could still do well this year, but, I mean, their time's running. The clock's running. It's time for them to step up.
And finally... the Big Ten game of the week. We have the Penn State Nifty Lions going into enemy territory to take on the 17th ranked Iowa Hawkeyes. This one I can't pick very easily, because I don't want to piss this guy off right here who's a Hawkeye fan. And I do want to point out, Chris, before you make this prediction, Michael, who is a Hawkeye fan, just to point out, has Penn State winning.
I'm actually going to have to go with Michael on this one. Penn State's taking this. My whole family is about to give me a earful on this one because they're all Hawkeye fans, but Penn State's taking it.
And I know someone who's sitting right next to you who's also a Hawkeye fan probably giving you the death stare like, are you fucking kidding me?
I hate to root against the Hawkeyes, but it's just something I kind of have to do on this one. I saw the Hawkeyes literally beat themselves. And after that, they're going to need to either pull off a big win or pull off a big win. That's it.
Hang on. I want to point out, this game I do not think is an evening game. Can you confirm that for me, Chris?
Yeah, it's at 6:30 p.m.
Oh, it is a night game.
Yeah.
And Iowa has had a couple of good wins when it's been nighttime.
Alright, getting into superstitions here.
But the last time these two teams have met, and it was nighttime, Penn State walked off Iowa. I remember that game. I was at homecoming when that game happened. Give me the Nifty Lions in an upset. Actually, would you even consider this an upset?
I wouldn't quite consider it an upset.
Because Penn State, and I'm sorry to all the Hawkeye fans out here, I'm not salty anymore about the players colliding with each other. That was weeks ago. You don't look at that. You look ahead of you. Because now look what Iowa State fans can do to you. We can laugh at you for losing to Michigan. We could, but I'm not going to.
I can.
Well, this guy can, because he's a Hawkeye fan.
Yeah.
Yeah, because Iowa...
I do believe it was against Michigan State that the Hawkeyes did so poorly against.
No, it was Michigan, because it was last week.
Oh, yep. That's what I thought. It was because I was watching that game, and I think I got to, like, the third period, and I was just, like, the third quarter.
I was just about to say, I'm going to hold that up for just one moment.
Yep, I'm still kind of in NHL mode.
Yeah, because it is hockey season. And my Sharks ain't not doing so hot.
I know it is. Neither are my Penguins, but...
But hey, guess who my Sharks just acquired?
Yeah, I saw they re-signed.
Huh?
There's a Penguins hockey season?
Yeah.
Shut up.
Pittsburgh Penguins, baby.
Shut up.
Anyways, guys, that's the video for this weekend. Or for this week. This video will go up today, most likely. This is a 40-minute video.
Yeah, it's gonna be a long one.
Yeah, because we had a little bit of a technical difficulty with this one.
We really did. But
I'm not gonna hate on him for it because, well, it's his first time being in my video.
I don't hate the play, I hate the game.
That's just true. And he'll probably be.
Hate my iPhone because that was the problem.
And you can and Michael will probably be in the next one that we do. That's up to you, Chris. Is it okay if he's in the next one?
Oh yeah, that's all right. I kind of want to hear his predictions, like actually from him.
I do have a picture of his predictions just to point out. So.
Yeah, I kind of figured you either had a picture of it or he sent you a message of all of his predictions.
He sent me the matchups and the winners right after it. So, like I said, that's the video for this week, guys. Me and Chris might do another video before the night's done. And there's my girlfriend, kind of doing a video bomb, and there's Tyler doing a video bomb too, and then my other buddy Michael doing a video bomb. This video just got bombed. It just got the V bomb.
No, it got the feet.
Well, that's my cue.
That's your cue. Thanks for joining, guys. We'll see you guys next week when we do college football week number 8. You want to say bye, Chris?
Bye.
Peace out, guys.